excellence. They wrestled NCAA finals, US Open, and now here in the final X stage, we are underway on 125 kilograms. In the red, Gable Steveson. In the blue, that's Mason Parris firing off an attack. And with Gable, he's got so many ways to score, and there he finds his way into a leg. Whizzer there from Mason Parris. Now a double leg from Gable. Double unders from Mason Parris. Able to square up is Gable, and he gets the step out point. Whistle blows before Mason circled back in and pancaked him through, but that's not a scoring action.
Mason, trying to maybe win that mental battle a little bit. No points, but asserted himself a little bit, and really nice job avoiding getting stepped out initially on that sequence. Still though, Gable followed it up and got him out regardless. 1-0 the lead now for Gable Steveson.
Oh, that snap right to the leg, beautiful. Just textbook. He's so fast to the leg. He snaps him down to the mat, runs to his right and gets that finish. And now just like that, 3-0 and a gut wrench from Gable?
That's
one of his first attempts.
He's adding to his arsenal, and he already has so many ways to score. And sometimes people are like, oh, a lot of ways to score for a heavyweight. No, he has got maybe the most diverse set of attacks of anybody in the United States, maybe in the world.
No question about it, and there's no question when the international wrestling world found out Gable's coming back, that's a collective gulp from every heavyweight around the world, including in Iran, Russia, wherever. He's the man to beat until proven otherwise.
100%, and took time off. Really no rust to knock off either. He just looks incredible. I mean, I think definitely better than ever.
He said after, headed into open, I'm bigger, I'm stronger, I'm better than ever. And it's like, is that really true, or is he just gassing himself up? And it was absolutely true. If you see a shot defended by Gable.
Now, Mason Parris, one thing we have not seen him hit against Gable is that dump, and he's hit it on just about everybody. So can he find a way to the dump? Would be huge.
Yeah, Mason wants to get a big grip with that right hand on Gable's tricep and look for that dump, and it's a match-ending sequence. He's able to win a junior world title, pinning Amir Zare of Iran with that exact move, but getting to that position against Gable, I don't want to say it's, far-fetched, but highly unlikely, and it's something that he hasn't been able to get to before. And there's a single leg from Mason, but not able to get a lock around the leg.
Good hard attack there, though. No opportunity for a re-attack from Gable. .30 seconds left. And Gable taking him to the edge. Collar tie for Gable. Continue to move forward, but 10 seconds left. Not sure if he's going to get any more points on the board this period. Looks like that's going to do it for the first. It's going to be a 3-0 lead for Gable Steveson. And if you're Mason Parris, you got to kind of think, you'll take that. Down 3-0 after one, that's better than it could be by a long shot.
No question about it. That's, limit damage in the first period, see what you can make happen in the second.
Seen Mason hit that single leg hard a couple of times and avoid getting re-attacked. That's a good sign for him as well. The one attack of Gable's, though, just so clean. Such a nice finish. Gable getting back to the hand fight, taking Parris forward.
Let's see if he re-attacks this time. Oh, wow. That's two, baby. Two. Yes, it is. And it's 3-2. Still in favor of Gable, but a great finish there from Mason Parris.
Really nice re-attack there from Mason. Got him up, almost got 4.
And Gable, we haven't seen a ton of attacks at this point. See if he picks it up. Doesn't want to keep Mason And striking distance, Mason driving again. He's close. Another attack from Mason Parris.
Good job from Steveson to recover his position and square up, because it looked for a little bit like Mason was at the very minimum going to run him out of bounds. Mat official asked for passivity against Steveson. That was white paddled by the judge and chair.
And so we're back to center, a minute 47 to go. And as you mentioned, 3-0 at the break, David. That's not bad. And right now, 3-2. 1 point for Mason puts him in the lead. There's a shot, but oh my gosh, right into the re-attack series of Gable Steveson. Clubs that head, and just like that, it's 5-2 Gable.
Just showing his incredible athleticism and power. There's Gable Steveson, and he could have settled for one on a step out, or could have dropped down to a leg, but he decided to go beast mode there, and really awesome finish. Minute 25 left.
Almost everything Gable does looks like textbook, like you would drill it, which is so rare at this level because the points are so hard to come by, and he makes it all look so, the timing and efficiency. Really a marvel to watch someone as good as Gable, and what a credit to Mason Parris that he's, very much in this match, minute to go.
And Mason did get that takedown earlier, but Gable has really eliminated mistakes. And even in his Olympic run, there were plenty of mistakes, plenty of times where he was giving up points that he didn't necessarily need to, but he has shored that up a lot.
No doubt about that, as we're coming up with 38 seconds to go. And for Mason, he's going to need a feet to back or a multiple score sequence here to get himself back in the match. Left side high crotch, and that's the shot that's been feeding right into Gable's re-attacks. But this time, Mason able to stand up, get an over-under position, prevent the score. 12 seconds to go. Oh, wow, he falls right into the leg. Beautiful re-attack from Gable. Now he lifts, 3 seconds to go, and he'll just take the one. And with a second to go, it's gonna do it.
6-2.
6-2 the final. Underway, 125 kilograms. It's match number 2. That's Gable in the blue, taking on Mason Parris in the red. Taking ground already is Gable Steveson. Left-handed collar for Gable.
Gable has Mason to the edge, and Mason circles in. He's going to want to stay out of that zone as much as possible. That was a really big key in their U.S. Open match, was Gable getting Mason to the edge, forcing him to make mistakes.
He's got him towards the edge, and they're going to go. Oh, they're not going to say anything. It's the tension at Gable. I don't know if he had the double collar tie. Can't do that.
Gable with the collar tie, also good from an underhook.
Oh, what a snap again. Snaps Mason to his knees, but he's able to recover. Gable's got Mason in the zone. Mason able to circle back in. They're going to hit Mason for passivity. And they let Gable work. Try for that step out, couldn't get it, so it's going to be passivity warning against Mason Parris. Next one, he'll go on the clock. Shot attempt by Mason.
Gable gets back to those ties, continue to take ground. Gable keeping his center of gravity a little bit lower than Mason's and taking ground. Going to be that activity clock now, second warning, or second passivity call.
And with Mason on the clock, he's got a score. He'll give up that first point. Gable taking ground. Mason wrestled a lot in and towards the zone so far, but Gable has been unable to convert that into a point to this point.
And here comes the 30-second clock, so a point's gonna go on the board for Gable, and he's gonna get another one. Go out of bounds. Gable kept wrestling through it, but it was the step out before that takedown, so it's 2-0 now. Gable Steveson in the lead. No points in the first 2 minutes of the match, and all of a sudden Gable puts 2 on the board.
50 seconds to go in the first. A pair of ones for Gable Steveson makes it 2-0.
Mason Parris able to get a takedown in match 1. Can he find his way there again? We'll find out. Gable now backing up.
And Gable just shakes his head at Mason. Not one afraid to play mind games, Gable Steveson.
The game plan Gable was executing the first 2 minutes of the match was going to be really hard to beat. Just keep taking ground, but he wants this to open up, you get the feeling. And there they're going to warn Gable.
Passivity warning, 10 seconds to go in the first period. There's a shot. Gable almost fell into that leg, but Parris able to recover. He's preventing some of those re-attack opportunities, and it's 2-0 Gable at the break.
For Mason Parris, not a bad first period.
Not at all.
He knows he can take Gable down. He has done it. Something that he couldn't say at the U.S. Open. And right now, a takedown would put him in a lead on criteria.
Yes, it would. Kevin Jackson in the corner for Mason Parris. Trevor Granville, Brandon Eggum there for Gable.
Trouble if you're Mason Parris is a lot of times too much pursuit, too much attacking, ends up giving Gable a lot of opportunities.
He's a tough puzzle to solve as Gable Steveson. We're underway in this second period.
Mason doing a little better job staying in the center.
Mason consistently looking for like a left side attack, maybe trying to get to his dump. Looks like a left side high crotch. Looks like he's firing, but can't get in. Another attack. For all the shots he's taken, he has a hard time getting close to holding center against Gable, which speaks to the power and the positioning that Gable wrestled with. Another shot, and now throws it by with that underhook. Here's the re-attack game of Gable Steveson, and almost takes the cameraman out, but he's quick.
Yeah, good adjustment from the cameraman there.
Yeah.
He saw his life flash before his eyes.
So 3-0 Gable now, a little bit of breathing room. Same time you're within that, when it's a pair of ones, a takedown, and you're losing just like that. But now, a little more breathing room for Gable, Dan.
Collar tie for Gable, and they're gonna warn those guys for the finger fight.
Collar on that right side now, over tie.
Mason trying to pick up his footwork. Trying to out-fake Gable is a tough thing to do. There's a shot. Mason Parris.
He's fired maybe 10 plus leg attacks to Gable, but hasn't got really close to a score yet.
Familiar position. Gable is back to the center. Mason near the zone.
And they're gonna hit, caution at 1 for Mason. And they're gonna white paddle it, otherwise it would have been 3-1. Not sure what Gable did.
A minute to go.
Oh, shot, re-attack by Mason Parris, but Gable able to avoid the leg attack.
Hard snap.
50 remaining here. Stutter steps for Mason Parris. Such a hard time finding those openings now.
He's got to go. He doesn't have a whole lot of time left.
You can't wait, but it's like, man, what do I do? I've shot so many times, I'm not even close. And now Gable looking for an attack. Can't get it. A shot and another shot for Mason Parris. 18 seconds to go. Parris gonna need a flurry of offense, and he's gonna need it right now Otherwise, Gable's going to take this in 2 straight. Gable holding center again. There's a shot. Near ankle pulled and going to run behind for 2 more, and that's going to do it in 2 straight. Gable Steveson makes the world team.
Gable had a couple words for Mason Parris after that takedown, and they share a hug. Gable Steveson, his first world team.
Yes. Made the Olympic team in 2021. 22 he took off. Now he's back in the mix.
And you know this crowd wants to see a backflip.
You know they do, but this is not the same runway as before. Uh-oh.
He's looking around.
Uh-oh.
He's